Crimson Desert doesn't really explain itself, and that's exactly what a lot of players are going to struggle with early on. So here are 10 early tips that will make the game feel way easier, from combat to exploration, and a few things the game doesn't tell you at all. Tip number 1, learn how Cliff moves. First, get used to how Cliff actually moves. He's not built like most fast-paced characters, where you're constantly sprinting and jumping around. His movement feels more grounded and more controlled. At first it might seem slow, but it's really just smoother and more deliberate. Once you understand the rhythm, everything starts to feel more natural, especially in combat and exploration. Tip number 2, read the tips carefully. Second, this game is very text heavy and it expects you to actually pay attention. While you're learning mechanics and trying to play at the same time, it's easy to miss important hints or tutorial prompts, and sometimes those tips disappear before you fully understand them. Taking a moment to read can save you from getting stuck on a puzzle for too long, not equipping the right item from your backpack, or missing how certain mechanics are supposed to work. So don't rush past the text. Actually take time to read it, which is something I had to learn early on as well. Tip number 3, interact with almost everything you can. If you just want to rush the main story, that's fine. But if you really want to experience the game, you need to engage with its system, because in Crimson Desert, you're constantly gaining knowledge, and you do that by interacting with the world, talking to NPCs, exploring, trying out new things. The more knowledge you gain, the more the game starts to make sense, and the easier it becomes. Tip number 4, check your rest spots for loot. Anywhere you rest, whether it's a bed or a camp, can actually help recover missed loot. If you drop something, forgot to pick it up, or couldn't grab it during combat, there's a good chance it gets stored there safely. So always check your rest spots. You might find items you thought you lost or didn't care about. Tip number 5, explore early and get rewarded. Just because it's early in the game doesn't mean there's nothing to find. There are hidden treasure chests all around you. I found a few just by slightly stepping off the main path, and that really shows how the game rewards curiosity. If you take the time to explore even early on, you're going to find yourself loot that can give you a real advantage. Tip number 6, think through objectives. If you've never played games like Skyrim or Elden Ring, some of the mechanics here might take a bit to get used to. The game doesn't always walk you through every step. You're expected to figure things out. For example, one early mission had me cleaning a chimney, and it took me a minute to realize I had to go to my backpack, equip the broom, climb up, aim properly at the chimney, and then and only then can I interact with it. That's how the game works. So if something doesn't make sense right now, don't assume it's broken. Take a second and think through what the game is actually asking you to do. Tip number 7, adjusting your finger positions. This one's more subtle, but it made a huge difference in combat. If you're playing on a controller, pay attention to where your fingers are resting. Light and heavy attacks are R1 and R2 respectively, but I realized my thumb was always hovering over the square button by default. Once I started keeping my thumb closer to the circle button instead, which is for evading, I became way more agile, meaning I dodged faster and reacted better to enemy attacks. It also opened up some crazy and instant attack windows. It doesn't sound like much, but that small adjustment makes your movement feel a lot more fluid, and it makes you much harder to hit. Tip number 8, not every puzzle is meant to be solved right away. If you find yourself struggling with certain puzzles, you're not alone. Some you'll figure out instantly, and others will have you stuck wondering what you're missing. But here's the thing, this game doesn't hold your hand, and it also doesn't tell you if you're actually ready to solve something. Because it's an open world, you can run into puzzles early that you're not equipped for yet. So you might spend 10 minutes trying to figure something out, only to realize later you need a specific ability you haven't unlocked. If that happens, don't force it. Just move on and be sure to come back later. Tip number 9, pace your play sessions. Once the game opens up after, I would say, chapter 1, you can pretty much go anywhere, and that's where things can get overwhelming. The world is massive and it's really easy to get lost in just doing random things. So it actually helps to pace your play sessions a bit. Nothing crazy, just something simple. like doing a side quest, then a main quest, and then taking time to explore instead of just going off exploring first and trying to do a mission. Why I say that is because if you don't, you can end up wandering for hours, doing a lot but not really progressing, and that can lead to burnout pretty quickly. When you want to get in, let's say, a 45 to an hour play session, you have to go 2 hours because you took an hour exploring. Now, nothing is wrong with exploring, obviously, or learning about the game, but I think that should come after you've kind of met your goals for the day in terms of missions. I don't know, man, it really helped me, so it can help you as well. Tip number 10, have fun and explore. And of course, this game is meant to be explored and experienced. So take your time and see what the world has to offer. Dive deep into Crimson Desert because the more you put in, the more it rewards you. Whether that's unique loot, hidden bosses, or memorable encounters, at the end of the day, this is a game that rewards curiosity. So enjoy the journey. So those are 10 early tips that make Crimson Desert feel way easier. If you're just starting out, these should save you a lot of time and a lot of frustration as well. And if you want more tips, guides, and early impressions, make sure to stick around. Thanks for watching.